more than ready. So, just to get that out of the way, I want to have a little bit of a look at the progress so far. So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you want to watch back these games, look away now. Alright, 21's duels chart. Today we will be casting our lovely Shrownel, who's on 4 lives. What the? Is he on 4 lives? What a god. And Red Dino. It's gonna be a rough battle for him, for sure. And yeah, it's gonna be Arc 2 for both players. So we're up against Parzival, Quizzical, Anzu, Vlatlat, Lieutenant Weasel, a secret weapon, and the Commander Gavany again here on the second arc. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This is 21 Duels, Season 2, Episode number 7, if I'm not mistaken. I was mistaken last time, but the gentleman corrected me. Alright. Let's jump into the game. Beep bop doop. Replays. Duel number. Let's see if these are all correctly numbered. Looks like they are. Perfect. Thank you, the gentleman, for doing that for us. And let's jump into the first game here. Shrownel versus Parzival. Game number 1. Alright, spawning in the top position on this map, we have Parzival playing as the Quartermaster. And on the bottom to right hand side of the map, it is Shrownel, or Revolutionary of today, or one of the 2 Revolutionaries of today, playing as Hopper on this icy, cold ass map. You know, the Netherlands was so nice and warm until this week. It went from, I don't know, 20 degrees down to like 10 in a week. So this is what the Netherlands feels like, even though it's not actually snowing, because, you know, global warming sucks. No more ice skating for me. Alright, looks like players have been able to go for a standard opening here. No aggression from either player. They don't have access to moles. Only Shrownel has lizards, so he could have been doing some early lizard plays, but Parzival was on top of the scouting there. Looking at this map though, who is in favor here? I think for both players, expansions are relatively far away, not extremely far, but Shrownel here has to expand forward into Parzival's face, which can be tough, but if he manages to do it, he has 1 extra campfire compared to Parzival. And this one probably. And this will be tough to take for Parzival. So it's basically all going to come down to who can secure this little area here. Perhaps we see the expansion here from Shrownel and the expansion here from Bio. Except that has to go in favor of Shrownel in the end, because that means he can control this location. So if both players scouted properly, I don't think Parzival is going to let him try and do that. But I guess we'll see. So far, Shrownel's army seems to not be there yet, but it's going to be fairly strong. Even though Parzival is running the skunks, which are going to outclass the ferrets in a straight up fight. But Bio doesn't. Oh, he does have. Oh, thank the Lord he has those toads up. If not for the toads, I would give that to Shrownel every time. But let's see how these players manage their micro armies here. Right, 1 toad connection. This is gonna favor Shrownel for sure. Parzival lost quite a bit of army there, I think, and they're on unequal income. Now Shrownel's just gonna sit pretty and move forward, creep forward with these turrets and use the ferrets to harass. So, oof, that hurts for sure. Having access to these bullet hives is definitely in favor of Shrownel here, because Parzival doesn't actually run any static defenses in his deck. He has a very strong mid game with 3 tier 2s, but no static defense. And now the campfire is under pressure here. Shroudal is using those ferrets as intended. Getting some chip damage here and there. Ha! Chip damage. Alright, here we go. Toad connections are pretty good for Bio, I would say. Are they good enough though? I think they have been pretty good, and the skunks are just doing a lot better than the ferrets, and the, what is it, falcons in the back cannot be targeted by the ferrets either, so Parzival is holding on to this game, but it's getting tougher and tougher with these defensive structures and the regular structures here, providing defender's advantage for Shroudal. You can cower behind them and let them soak up some of the damage. One of the turrets is cancelled actually by Shroudal. Oh. And Parzival is just now trying to take this expansion. It's gonna be long before that pays off. Here's the engagement. Shroudal with the Toad Micro. Oof. And, whoa, that explosion on the lizards was pretty good actually. And Parzival cleaning up a lot of the army from Shroudal. And is going to take down that expansion. Yep, he is. That was a good fight again for Parzival, I think. Yep, looks like it. Players are pretty much equal now, and regardless of the slight income disadvantage that Parzival was at before he put down these farms. Alright, Shroudal coming in with the poke again. Ferrets have to do damage here. He's building more warrens. He doesn't have more economy going. It's going to come down to this last poke and these last fights here. He needs to make sure the lizards don't get destroyed by the 3 toads that Parzival has. Only 3 toads. I would love to see a few more actually, but he doesn't have the food right now. And now it's actually Parzival who's poking at the structure. Oh, this is such a good arc for Shroudal though. Or is it? I thought it was. And he had the mill right there, but the falcons in the sky and the skunks are just so good in an extended fight like that. And Parzival's pressing on. Doesn't give Shroudal any breathing room. And one of the skunks goes down to one of the ferrets actually. I am surprised with how well Parzival is doing. His army composition just seems to be superior for these straight up fights. But Shroudal has now found that expansion, but he can barely not reach it. Or he's barely able, no, he's unable to reach it from that high ground. And he's hurting for food so bad now. But Parzival has 4 farms up, an insane economy lead of infinite % more economy. I think Jet Erickson would like that. He has infinitely better economy, and you can see it in the army size. It just keeps on growing for Parzival. He's actually going on the offensive now, trying to get this, and he's just gonna get, oh, two of the toads exploded on that. He only has 1 toad left, and is this the fight that Shroudal needs? Doesn't look like it. I think that Parzival just has too much stuff here. The economy is already kicked in, and Shroudal is starving. GG. Parzival the God. Yeah, that was Shroudal saying the number of mistakes I made and now can't see is embarrassing. That's always the case. Don't worry about that. I think everyone has that when they're watching their own games. And you have map vision. Wait, who is the biohazard in the stream? Or in game? The biohazard. What's your? Is that? Wait, is that Parzival / bio? Is that you? Oh my. Oof. No fighting in chat, guys. Alright. So that means Shrono lost the first match and his second life during this entire thing. Is that true? I think it's true. And we're moving on to duel number 8 still, but game number 2, Shrono versus Parzival. Alright, here we go. In the top corner of this map, it is the Corner Master being played by Parzival / Bio, the Biohazard. And in the southern corner of the map, it is Shrono, our revolutionary, playing as Hopper. Is he packing the same deck? I think so. I think he's holding on to the strategy that he has picked for himself. He knows it works. He has seen it work, and he's going to make it work against Parzival with the split personality. I think actually Parzival's on the same deck as well. A real rematch on another snowy map, but who does this map favor? Shrono has this super close natural, essentially free. You can see him already taking it. That is so next level, guys. Mill before 8th farm, so you can build more farms more faster. But Parzival's gonna punish you for that, Shrono. Like, he is going to punish you. You need to put down a farm, otherwise this mill was just not worth it? Question mark. Is he gonna cancel? Oh, he's not? Okay. In that case, I'm not sure if worth. I think you just lose a little bit of economy. Like the graph right here in the middle, right now. That's the extra mill. Alright. Let's look at chat for a bit. The map screws me so hard here. Well, yes, it does. You have nothing going for you except 2 campfires. No high ground. Well, it's sort of defensive, your base, I guess, but you have to move out because of the campfires, and they can be sieged from the top by the skunks. No, ferrets. I wonder if we're gonna see that. And Shrono just has all this high ground and a really nice pocket here. There is some paths here, but they are just too bad. They're not good to take because your army will be fighting for tiles here. And yep. I feel like this is just gonna be an economy game win for Shrono. That's my prediction. That I think with equal skill levels, that should be what happens here. Shrono just pulls ahead and economy is so hard, and Parzival is unable to defend all fronts. But it requires proper scouting though, and that's exactly what Shrono is doing right now. He sees the mill going down, which pretty much tells him, okay, I can build another farm, or go all in on an attack. No tech yet? Oh, Shrono is getting that ferret out. So far it's just tier 1. And, ooh, that Parzival is trying to match the economy from Shrono here, but is Shrono going to let him? I think he is, actually. He's gonna do some poking. Alright, he moves the bullet hides forward. And that's just gonna give him a place to retreat into with the ferrets after harassing. And Parzival's gonna have to be on the front all the time to defend against those ferrets, I think. I think this is the point where, yeah, alright, move, nope, nope. Another turret. We're feeling good. We have all the farms. Alright, here it is. Ferrets poking. So, Shrono, what are you gonna do now? You're gonna get some more of these, and then do some more of this. Seems good. Parzival is actually pulling ahead in economy, isn't he? Oh, that shot on the skunk is good, but oh, look at this micro from Shroud. It's just so good. He has more stuff right now because of the way the early game went. And now he's attacking the wall. Tier 2 warrants. Is he gonna get? He's getting the Falcon warrant, but a Chameleon's out on the field. I think that's enough for Parzival to hold. Maybe Chameleon's not doing anything and gets targeted down. Nope. Not good enough. He lost 2 Tier 2 wards, a lot of his army. He's unable to defend here. Falcon goes down as well. Skunk's gonna go down real fast. Shroud is just shredding all of the warrants, which means that even though Parzival has some money, which he actually has, he just can't come back from that. In one fell swoop, Shroud takes that game. And the reason he was able to do it was because Parzival had to be more careful around investing in economy because his base was wide open. Whereas Shroud just had this little expand in front of him, or very close to him. Right, anyway, well played to both players. Parzival tried his best. Shroud taking advantage of this map. And that's how it's going to go in these matches, because Shroud can lose a couple of lives, but Parzival only one as a duelist. So we move on to duel number 9. Shrine versus Quizzical. Game number 1. Here we go. Yup plays ranked and Minecraft at the very same time. And wins. Alright. In the right hand side of this map, playing as Hopper, we have Quizzical. Rocking the Wolf in his deck. Not too common. And in the left corner on the map, we have Shroud playing as the Quartermaster this time. I think he was playing as Hopper before, or the 2 games before, but Quizzical isn't letting him this time. Hopper has already been taken. Oi, we need a creeper skin for the toads. Yup, please. Yup, we need a creeper skin so bad for toads now. The child's predicting one of these players is going to die. Oh, what's this? It's a campfire. Shadow going for an economy game here. Trying to sneak in that campfire. I think it's safe. Doesn't look like Quizzical is close enough for... Nah, he's gonna get his own campfire. In that case, it's super safe. Alright. Both players scouting a little bit here. So yeah, Shroud's saying he stole Hopper from me. I'm not sure if that's... Lord Eros, you should not make politically questionable skins. Maybe what we need is a great leader. A great leader. And you can turn the barbed wire into walls and turn Bellified into Trump or something. And then we can build walls for Trump because he's not doing it. Alright, let's get back to the game. Oh, look at this! He's gonna get a farm! And he's gonna get out too. He loses only 4 lizards. Pretty good trade, I think. Temporarily, at least. Right. Now is it Shroud's time to try and poke? I mean, Quizzical is so open too. I get. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, the toads. The toad connections are good. Oh, but the barbed wire is really good too. And now it's squirrels versus squirrels, but Straddle has a few more. And he takes down the barbed wire with a little bit of HP. Oh, this is gonna be so painful for Quizzical. He's waiting for those snakes so he can deal with the ferret. He's just losing units left and right. He needs to take that lizard squad instead of his entire army. Yeah, he's doing exactly that. Good job. But equally good job to Shrono. He is taking down that Warren, but now the snake is out. Does that mean that Quizzical defends? Alright, he's gonna go in. Quizzical doesn't have the toads, and the toads are just making this work for Shrono. Oh, and make sure not to overextend. Both players doing such a good job, being super patient, trying to poke, microing their army as well as they can. 2 snakes in the front versus 2 ferrets. But there's just... I think Quizzical really needs toads right here. He's slowly losing structures left and right. The micro's so good though. From both players actually. I mean, Shrono's not doing much, but he's keeping his army in the right place for sure. And the toad gets another connection. Snake goes down. Another snake goes down. Both of the snakes have gone down just now. This just gives more time for Shrono to poke. And Quizzical is not rebuilding all army because all of his warrens are dying. Now the pig's under fire. Pig goes down. Was about to go down anyway. We're at 5 minutes right now. Okay, that's game. Ferrets, so good, along with the turrets. But I think that's unfair actually. Cold Warpcades is saying hero ferrets. I think this was hero toads actually. I think Shrono would have won with any tier 2. Simply because he had the toads. But I might be wrong. So that's an ace for this duel for Shrono, which means we move on to duel number 10. Shrono versus Anzu, game number 1. Here we go. Yeah. Well, it was a combination for sure. And I really don't know what Quizzical could have done other than play the game differently. But in that situation, I don't know what you can do as Quizzical. I think Shrono just used his deck advantage to the best, in the best way possible, closing out the game. Quizzical was trying to do a little bit of sniping with those lizards, which was good, but it just wasn't good enough. Shrono just did not give him a chance once he was in that position. Don't you guys love the deck diversity is what Shrono's saying. Yeah, it's lovely. Wait, this is a different play. Huh. Enzo is running a different deck. He's running the wolf though. Wait, what's this? It's a warren before the farm, but it's forward. What's Anzu's plan? He's gonna try to take this mill or what? Is that the idea? I think that's the idea. Right. He's seen what Shrono has. So what is he gonna do? Okay. Plop down a campfire. Alright, and Shrono is waiting for that tech. I think... no, he's not doing it. Because Anzo was scouting. So, both players have seen the map in its entirety. Not too much going on. Ooh, look at that. Shrono moving forward, trying to get some more territory. Probably because he wants to build those turrets. So that he can stay and heal behind them with the ferrets once he's sieging. He's not building the ferrets just yet though. This just means Anzu's gonna take that mill as well. And now we're really close together. Actually, Shrono is investing in a farm right there. And he's not getting the ferrets just yet. I think in this position, don't you prefer having ferrets just like a little bit sooner? Just so you can abuse them? Oh, this is close. Shrono has not seen a campfire. He's at an economic disadvantage right now. So the longer this game goes, if players trade equally, this is going to go in favor of Anzu, but I don't think it's going to matter too much in the end. Anzu unable to scout directly through that defensive position from Shrono. It's so close though. The ferrets are going to do a ton of work. And for Anzu, I think... Oh, he's trying to take down... He does take down one of the bullet hives for not too much of a cost. Oh, I think token connections were pretty good for Shrono right there. He's doing so well with the focus fire. He gets the pig, he's gonna run away now. This is good for him. Puts down another bullet hive. Oh. Anzu's units were just looking for towels, and the toad connections for Shrono were amazing. Alright, Anzu just wants to go in. He knows he has a better tier 2 for a straight up fight, so that's what he's gonna try to do. But the two bullet hives just proved too much, along with the ferrets and all of the units from Shrono. And now he doesn't have an army really. Shrono is free to take down this mill. There's no way for Anzu to contest, and that's gonna put Anzu in a really bad position. Oh, Shrono with the focus fire on the mill during this fight though. All Shrono needs to do is hold on to the space. I think he's going to. The skunk is in front. He has to pull it back. He can't fire while this is happening. And he goes down as well. Alright. This is just going to be a slow and steady and slow slaughter here. Just more stuff for Shrono. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that looks like a desync to me. Desync. Okay, let's look at chat. Lol, Anzu would have won easily. Yeah, this is definitely in favor of Anzu. We're gonna go to the next match. But not against Anzu. Shrono winning that game, I feel like. He has definitely won that game. And we're moving on to duel number 11. Shrono has only lost a single life to Parzagod. And is now already at duel number 11 versus Flatlat. We're gonna jump into game number 1 here. Oof. Oof. I think Shrono rage quit, or Anzu rage quit. I don't know, I think he just maybe had a stroke from witnessing such amazing play. And he had to go to the hospital. You don't know what happens. I hope he's alright now though. I hope he is. Anyway, on the tundra grasslands, we have Shrono in the right to bottom position. I would say southeast position on this map. Playing as Hopper with another interesting deck. The same one as last time. And Vladlad in the top position on this map is playing as Quartermaster. He's running a deck that I don't see often, but it's seems pretty solid. He has barbed wire, and I like barbed wire. I think it's strong. On this map, though, it might suck really badly because it's so open. There's not a lot of choke points to put your, or there's too many points to put your barbed wire, which means it's just super costly. Not as effective, not as cost effective. You might as well build warrens and have a movable army instead of static army. Right, so a campfire for Shronel. Already halfway done. What's Flatlout thinking? He has this super close expand. And he has a forward campfire, but I wouldn't take it. I would take the expansion for sure. Scouting here, see what Shronel's doing. He counts 4 warrens. 5 warrens right now. He knows he can place 3, so that means 60 food is missing. So you must be thinking, what did that bastard do with that 60 food? It has to be invested in a mill or a campfire somewhere. Or he built a mole right here or there to use as a secret sneaky tactic mole. Jacoby thinks that the lizards are gonna do a ton of work in this game. I would have to agree, but not against the chameleons though. But Flatlat has opted to go snake first, which oh yeah, look, this barbed wire is just is good. Still, it's still good. Not as good though, because he has delayed this expansion for super long. He needs an army. If you don't have if on a small army count, you can place barbed wire here, but then the enemy will just walk around, shoot your farms from there. So yeah, here go the farms. 3 farms. Shronel has taken a mill. It's super forward. Gives him a lot of control on the map. And Flatlad's not really very active on the map. He's just sitting back. He's not scouting too much, I don't think. Which means he doesn't have as much information as he would like to have. He's just making sure he's safe. But he's not sure against what. And if you try to be safe against economy, you're in a world of hurt, world of trouble. Also, he's running the Fox, which means that you want to have small army sizes. Which means that getting a full expansion up before the Fox is questionable. But maybe Vlad has found a really good strategy. I don't know. Maybe he's not using the Fox in the traditional sense. He has it to deal with certain units like the Badger, perhaps. Alright, more chameleons. Flatlad's trying to get the right army to deal with Shronel's army. Has he seen the owl though? Does he know that an owl is coming up? Whoop, takes that campfire. Sees the expansion. Waves his flag. No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, he does. Sends his snakes to deal with that expansion. Shronel sees the campfire. Is probably going to move forward and try and get that. Has to make sure the toads don't explode on it. That would be a waste. And now the snakes are exposed. Here they go. Worth. That's 120 food. 460 food. And losing a campfire. That's 120 food loss there. Alright. This is a pretty good position for Flatlat, I would say. I mean, his farms are exposed, but I think he's just going to crush this army if he takes the right fight. And I think he is taking exactly the right fight. Yeah. And he saves the... Oh, Lord, did you see that? He saves all of those 2 health chameleons. That fight was magic. Pure magic for Shronel. There is an owl on the field, but I think Vlad has an opportunity to deal massive damage here. potentially the game ending. Toad explosions are pretty good. How is there so much for Shroudnel here? Oh, I thought that was going to go in Flatlat's favor for sure. And now there's just nothing to save Flatlat. Look at Shroudnel. He has so much stuff. Selling it a little bit though. He's going to get that expansion. And this is the map control coming into play here. Alright, here we go. Another fight node. Flatlat retreating wisely behind the barbed wire. He takes care of the mice and has a small window where they haven't all respawned. There's only 3 instead of 6 on the field right now. So here we go. Toads do a ton of work. The chameleons evaporate, the snakes evaporate, the entire army evaporates, and the tier 3 is still in the air getting tons of value. Tanking for the squirrels. Squirrels are able to deal 3 damage here. Ouch. Oh man, the fight that Flatlat took right here was so good. I thought he was going to take the game, but Shroudnel somehow managed to get a super strong army behind it and deflect the counterattack. GG. Shroudnel takes another match. He is so strong right now. And we're moving on to duel number 12 out of 14. So 3 more duels and up to 7 more matches of Shroudnel. Here we go. It is Shroudnel who spawned in the top position on this map, playing as Hopper. And in the southeast position on this map, we have Comrade Weasel, or Lieutenant Weasel, who I don't really know. I haven't really talked to him, I haven't really played him. My best guess, he's a long-time old veteran sort of player. So I'm super interested to see what his play is like. This map though, what does it offer us? We have some close expansions to Shroudnel, but they're not easily defendable because of all this open space. There is a little bit of high ground here for Comrade Weasel. But Comrade Weasel has this campfire and then an awkward expansion here, also pretty open. And then there's this pocket expand, which he could take, actually, but it would be a lot of walking, essentially. And it wouldn't give him a lot of map presence. Right. Aggressive openings. Double Warren for Shroudnel, single Warren for Weasel. Both players on double Warrens right now. 2 scrolls each. Shroudnel building the 3rd one. Farms have been queued. I think Weasel is going to pull ahead slightly. Just very slightly. Let's see. No, actually, Shroudnel's ahead. But let's see who takes this fight better. Oh, it's so close. I think it's gonna go in Weasel's favor. Oh no, but the last trade was good. Wait, let's look at the army value. Did they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it was 5 squirrels for Comrade Weasel and 6 for Shroudnel that went down. So that's a 20 food advantage. But Shroudnel didn't have his farms down earlier, so it all evens out. But look at this target fire from Comrade Weasel. A very good arc for him. He's taking down all of these squirrels one by one. Really strong target fire, actually, and comes ahead. I say massively, or I want to say massively, but it's just like 2 scrolls. And looks like Shroudnel's going to secure this campfire, maybe, possibly, perhaps. Needs to be careful though. Oh, he has an opportunity to deal damage here. There's no focus fire from Comrade Weasel. His commander is not there. He's running back as fast as he can, and he is back in time. That was super scary by Weasel to let his units out there. And now he's going to get sandwiched between these units by Shroudnel. And Shroudnel has the lizards on the field as well who can provide the tanking. I think that's gonna go in favor of Shrono, and it does. He still has that campfire up. But wait. Weasel never got his 8th farm. Is that a legit strategy we're seeing here? Oh, so many units for Shrono here. It's just gonna tear down these warrens. And the skunk's on the field though, which is going to deflect this attack. So I'm thinking, is the strategy for Comrade Weasel to trade more efficiently and then have a farm, or the option to put down a farm in the end? Or does he just not realize he's only on 7 farms right now? Right. It's hard to micro that. Skunk versus these lizards, and Shrono is doing what he needs to do. He's just buying time for himself, getting the larger economy, larger army, using that economy lead that he has. I'm unsure if he's aware of it, but but the gas. How good? Look at Comrade Weasel with the gas spread here. He's making sure those skunks get the best spread they can. And they dealt so much damage, but I think he's just not enough. He loses those units. I think he might have slightly overstayed that for a little bit. Toronto just has so much. Look at that. 2 farms up. How much more is that? Wait, that's... So 100 divided by 7 times 2% more. Alright, what's the plan now? Comrade Weasel went back to his base, is playing defensively. Oh, so many units here from Toronto, and he's just gonna get more ahead. He's putting some food in this mill. Oh, I'm not liking this one bit for Weasel. I think he just might not realize he's on 7 farms. Guys, what's the thing? Hey, Robin Hearthstone. Haven't played a game since a couple weeks after release. How's balance in the meantime? Remember, it was all sniper at the start and no fun. Balance at this point in the game is so good right now. A lot of decks are viable, and most of the games are interesting. There has been some time where people felt like there was only one viable deck, but since then a lot of new decks have become popular. Maybe because of boredom, but probably just because the game right now is fairly balanced. Anyway, Toronto's trying to make sure that Comrade Weasel cannot expand here. And it looks like he's going to succeed. His army's just twice as big right now. Yeah, that might be the last fight. The only thing is, Robin Hearthstone, or HS, that there are a few units which are less popular, which are the boar, the artillery cannon, and the sniper balloon are not picked as commonly as other units, but most of the units have a place in the game. And I for sure, I have not figured out the best deck. I don't think there is one. Depends. It's all mind games, and different strategies are viable depending on player skill and the map. So I don't know. I really enjoy Taekwondo right now. But a new balance or a new patch is coming up actually, which might completely change a lot of things. Oh, Weasel wants to invest into that farm, but he's losing units left and right to the poker from Toronto. He's doing a really good job of not dying and trying to make something out of it, but Toronto is not really giving him time. And that's just going to be the end of the game. Barbed wire goes down. Oh, we've seen players use the barbed wire to get back from a loss, and it looks like that's almost what happens here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously what I just said was just my opinion, and it's not the truth. Not necessarily the truth. But that's what I feel like. Oh man, Shroudle super strong again. Takes down Lieutenant Weasel. Which means we arrive at the secret weapon. Duel number 13. Shroudle versus who knows who. Game number 1. Balloon is top 2 worst unit right now. That's what the pickpocket thinks. But who is this player playing as the quartermaster? B-E-N-D Bells, aka Balloon. Band Bells. Who is this guy? How good is he? That's the question. We will find out this game. He spawned on the southwest position on this map and is playing against Shroudle, playing as Hopper in the top on this map. Lots of ice, a little bit of an expansion here, a little bit of expansion here. Seems very fair, except there's 2 more expansions for B-E-N-D Bells. I love that in League of Legends there was this player. Wait, what was his name? Like Balls or something? Or it was, I think it was playing Alistar, and there was this interview with him, which was very funny. He had huge balls. A real baller. Alright, standard openings, except it's not a standard opening. Snake first. And I wonder if that means he's gonna use that snake to do some harassment. I have not been able to succeed with that. Especially not against these lizards, which Bells does not know about just yet. Instead, he's going to create some options for himself. Take the mill. If he wants to put down farms, he can in a few seconds. Let's look at the scouting here. I think that Shroudle has done a pretty good job of scouting this map, which can be a little bit hairy with this curve here, which is hard to navigate around. Alright, snakes deflecting the commander for a little bit, but not too much just yet. Map is fairly open though. Except it's not for Shroudle, but he has this high ground onto his base. Wait, he's going for this campfire? It's super hard to defend. Unless he's constantly out here, but he doesn't have structures up here just yet. Also, oh wait, he does have the MGs, so he can do that. I guess we'll see. So what's the army composition for Bells? We have squirrels, pigeons, moles, snakes, wolf, and mines. Extremely uncommon, that composition. It's very specialized, but I'm not sure in what. Poking and being different, unexpected. You need to expect the unexpected against this deck. You can do strong counter pushes perhaps with moles and the pigeons and the snakes. I don't know. So far, it's just going to be an all-in engagement here. The snakes are not too good. One of them is blown up by the toads. The second one goes down to lizards and squirrels. Oh, actually, Bells does get the ferret, but at what cost? He just lost his entire army doing so. And now the second ferret is just going to be raining down these shells on the rest of the army. Shroudle moves in with the squirrels. Is going to be on top of the farm. He takes down one pig. The second one's under fire. The army of Bells is not recovering just yet. He's dealing with the reinforcements actually, but now Shroudle has this massive concave here, taking down another warren. And actually has taken the economy lead just now by dealing with those 2 pigs. And is he gonna get more? Looks like it. That's another pig down. Right. Oh, it was straight up the bat loses 2 tier 1 units to those ferrets. I don't know how, but Shroudle is making those ferrets work so well, it's incredible. He's been running the same deck and beating everyone with it. Alright. Toad explodes on the Warren. There's not much that Bells has got going for him though. I wish we could have seen more of him, because I don't know who this player is. But Toronto doesn't give him a chance. GG. Alright, we are on episode number 8, not 7. Thanks, gentlemen. I will change that. Oh man. Alright, so Cameron Froggy knows who this guy is. Let's see. There's so much chat going on, guys. Thank you for being here with me. It's a pleasure to have you on the stream. I'm glad you're watching. And I'm glad everyone's pretty much participating in the chat as well. I wish I could set up the bets. I'm going to ask Protocam to help me with that. That would be fun, I think, doing some predictions on who's going to win the games. I know we have the gentleman's betting thing, which is also cool. But I want to have something in the stream. For the record, next game I had to reveal 5 units. Is that part of the 21 Duels thingamajig? Let's look at the... Oh, I see. So, Gabony Spy Network perk spies his opponent's deck depending on how fast they completed Arc 1. So, it's probably one unit revealed for every life you have remaining, +1 or something? Is that the formula? Something like that, probably. Alright, back to the game. So, we have arrived at the last duelist from Arc number 2. Shrono is gonna face off against Gabony. He had to reveal 5 of his units that he was going to pick for this game. So the formula is, if you are the first to complete Arc 1, you reveal 1, the second reveals 2, etc. And first being the first in real-time time? Is that right? Or is it the casting time? Because that would suck, because you have no control over that, pretty much. Yeah, okay, so real-time time. So if you're being nice, if you're being nice and playing your games on time, you have an advantage. I like it. It's very smart. Anyway, duel number 14. Shrono versus Gabony. Game number 1. Here we go. Alright. Spawning here. Let me move my mouse out of the way. In the right-hand side on this map, we have Shrono, who's playing his Hopper. Rocking the same old deck that's been working for him all this time. And in the left position on this map, we have Gabony playing Squirrel, Toad, Skunk, Snake, Fox, and Machine Gun Turret. The order can be seen left to right at the interlude 1 on the chart. Okay, I will try to remember that and have a look at it. Alright, both players scouting at the map. Nothing crazy just yet. Standard farm building action. Gives us some time to look at the map. Gabony's base, pretty safe. Can be targeted from the skies or with aerial vision. With ferrets or ferrets and pigeons or falcons. But it's pretty safe in the early game. Has a campfire right at his doorstep. However, no expansions anywhere close. Shrono, on the other hand, also has a campfire, but has more accessible campfires, even though they're very open. This is an interesting map. I would hate to play on it, but I cannot deny that it is interesting in the sense that there is a lot of paths and a lot of terrain to abuse and use. And I think knowing these players, that's exactly what they're going to try to do. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. I would have to give the advantage to Shroudal, to be honest, since he has more access to, or a better access to the expansions. But with how the terrain is structured, there is plenty of opportunities for Gabony to make an attack work or some poke, to make poke devastating enough that he can secure a base further out on the map. Gabony opens with snakes, not skunks, actually. And wait, oof, I thought he was gonna go for the fox, but that would be real greedy. Don't know if that would work on this. Well, it might work. Not sure. Shroudal gets a mill just so he has that option. Currently, is just building tier 1 though. No tier 2 just yet. Gabony is gonna have the tech advantage really soon, but I think he would have a larger advantage if he had, let's say, chameleons instead of snakes. Because those are better in a straight up fight. Snakes are good at dealing with tier 3 and they are good at dealing or harassing, but not in straight up fights, not so much. Unless you are really good with micro, maybe? Like targeting enemy tier 2 units with the snakes without exposing them too much. But it's hard. Income wise, Shroudal is now starting to pull ahead. Exactly, because Gabony doesn't have an expansion. If he had one, I can guarantee you he would have taken the mill. But he just does not have access to it. He's gonna go for the fox, it seems like. Yeah, there's the fox. So we need 90 more seconds or something. No, no fox. Yes, fox. Puts it in a better position. But I think the only thing you need against fox is a lot of tier 1 and a lot of economy, and that's exactly what Shroudal was already doing. So he's already ahead here in terms of the response that he should be executing. Gabony is so patient though. He's not really. What does he know? Oh, actually, that back entrance is so good for Shroudal. He knows exactly what's going on right now. Gabony puts down a turret. The cost of that is insignificant. Gives him some scouting, I guess. And now he knows what's going on with this expansion from Shroudal. Interesting that almost no one runs Falcon. Still, everyone builds snakes. Never run snakes, I hate them. Yeah. Snake Falcon, it works. Sneaky boy. I'm really not sure. I haven't been playing much lately. But it also, the unit that is good definitely depends on the unit that is common. AKA the meta. So if the meta will rotate around probably slowly. And then snakes will be bad, and then snakes will be good. Alright, here we go. Gabony's moving forward. This fox is not out yet. It's almost done. Needs 10 more seconds. Builds warrens to hide behind, maybe? Is that what they're for? Probably. Shroudal, though, is building the owl. Here's that fox. Turrets are up. Fox not doing much. The tier 1 from Shroudal, there's just so much of it. Look at that. This is just taking too long, I think. Gabony is winning this slowly, but the owl is gonna come out soon too. Oh, the toad connections are magnificent for Gabony actually, because Shroudal was trying to micro. He had to micro. Make sure the lizards don't die, but doing so just meant that half of his army was not actually fighting. Fox is taking care of all the pigs now. There's so many units. And the expansion is down. players are both on a single farm. Or 0 farms, actually. Every unit counts. He has to keep this fox alive. I think Shrono's done an amazing job of patience here. Oh, if the fox gets a hit on that, or 2 hits on the owl, it's gonna be really rough. But I think on such a low army count, actually the owl is favored over the fox because it spawns mice faster than the fox can deal with. Oh man, this is so rough. I think Gavany was about to take that. Shrono though is on a lower starvation counter. If if Gavany can keep the food down for Shrono, no, he puts it down. Shrono's no longer starving, and Gavany needs something to not starve. But he doesn't have a place to put anything. Right, fight breaks out. Shrono doing the right thing. The mice fought, some of the toads explode, and now he's just retreating. Fox is doing some work, getting some hits in. Oh, he doesn't get any snake shots. Oh, he does! Oh, the owl goes down! No way! How did Gavany take that fight so well? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright. I'm gonna call map advantage. There was just no campfire, anything for Gavany to take. He had to wait for a mill and then invest in a farm in order to not starve. And Shrono didn't really give him a chance to because he was already attacking. And then even though Gavany took down all of the army and the tier 3 from Shrono, he lost because of starvation. Easy. Yeah, if only Gavany had a campfire on his side of the map, it would have been his game. I don't know how he took the fight so well though. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I almost want to rewatch it, but I'm not. Samedi? I'm not sure who Samedi is. Okay, so that was Shrono's run. And I think he only lost this alive to Parzival, the first duelist from Arc 2. That's what I think. Maybe I should do the thing with the thing. Gimp. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, Gimp was updated. Oof. Oh, it's black now. It's so much better. Looks like Photoshop. Of course, I wouldn't know what Photoshop looks like because I don't have a legal copy. Man, these games were so close. Alright, let's see. We need more of that beautiful pink. Pinky. Pink brush. Alright. So Shrono, holy shit, that's large. Shrono lost 1 life to Parzival, then beat him, beat Quizzical, beat Anzu, beat Vladlad. Weasel went down. Balls went down. And then Gavany went down. So Shrono should be at 3 lives right here, I think. Which means we're gonna move on to Dinos on a single life. Let's get that red color in. Dino. Yep. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break first though. Drink some water. Or no, let's make it a 1 minute break. Yeah, he lost to starvation. It was crazy. Ugh. So many people bet on Shrownal dying in Duel 14, yeah. He didn't. He's crushing everyone. I don't know how. He's doing it. Gonna put my money back into my wallet. Shrownal, Vlad, Sly, and Premium are the only four who bet Shrownal reaching Arc 3. Can I pull out the bets? I should be in a TNT predictions contest. Can I show this? I think I can. So, Shrownal is the first row. I don't know. I find this complicated. Why are Froggo and Dushu striked out?